Welcome back. Today we are going to be learning Last Christmas by Wham. Now we're going to be using a new concept of mine called Beat the Track. Now this is where I try and teach you that song in the same time that that song takes to play. So this one is 4 minutes 22 seconds, so we're going to get that on the screen and we're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, we've got 4 chords to start off with. First of all, we have the D major chord. So middle finger on E2, followed by the third finger on B3 and the first finger on G2, strummed from the D string down. If you want a more in-depth version of this chord, check out the pop-out banner or the description below. Now, we're going to strum that 8 times. Then we move on to our next chord. So the next chord, we've got a B minor. Now the easiest shape for this one, we're going to go on E2 with our first finger, followed by B3, and then our third finger on G4, and we strum this one from the G string down. Again, you will do this one 8 times. If you want to make that one sound a little bit fuller, we can actually push this third finger up to the D4 and put our little finger back in position of the G4. And this time we strum from the D string down. And again, you can go one step further with the full bar chord shape if you know this. And that's the first finger up onto the A2 and we strum from the A string all the way down. Now, moving on to our next chord, E minor, or easy minor as I like to call this. So this one we're going to be on the second space of the A string and the D string. You can either use your first and second or your second and third finger for this. And we're going to strum all the way from the E string down, all 6 strings. Again, I have another video on that one. Click out on the pop-out banner or description below to check that out. Again, that's 8 times that we strum that chord. Finally, we have the A major chord, or 2-2-2 as I like to call this. So we strum from the A string all the way down, and we have our fingers on D2, G2, and B2. So all on the 2-2-2. Strumming from the A string. And again, we have 8 strums on each one of them. So let's just do one round of that so you've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B minor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E minor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, less than 2 minutes to teach you the solo. Right, so we're going to split this in five different parts, okay? So we start with G2, and then we go up to the octave to E5, back to G2. So one more time. That's part 1. Part 2 starts on the same note, and it sounds like this. So what we've got here is G2, G4, B2, B3, then the open high E string, back to the B3, and then open B string. Now, part number 3, we start on E5, and it sounds like this. So we've got E5, E2, B3, and then open B string, and open G string. Part 4, we start on E7, and it sounds like this. So we've got E7, E3, opened E string, B3, and then B2. And then final part number 5, sounds like this. So we've got open G string, D4, D2, D. So one more time. Time to spare, look at that. You all know the drill by now. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe. You've been watching the musicals. I'm KH. Until next time.